Hello everyone, I have with me Lokesh today and who got through the top universities around the world, including two Ivy League universities. He got through Columbia University, he got through Duke University, Boston University, UC Irvine, he got through Northwestern University and University of Washington. Currently, he's a student, he's master's student for the material sciences courses at University of Washington. So in this interview, Lokesh would share his experience of applying for the master's program abroad, and he would share his valuable advice toward the end. So stay tuned. First of all, welcome Lokesh. How are you?
Hi everyone. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Wonderful, wonderful. So Lokesh, let's start with your journey. Tell our viewers something about yourself. Where do you come from? Your undergraduate
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
Yes,
Sure,
please
sure.
start.
Hello, my name is Lokesh and I come from south part of India, Andhra Pradesh, and from Visakhapatnam. I love my city a lot. And coming to my education, I have completed my undergraduate in Hyderabad from IIT in a branch called Materials Science and Metallurgical Engineering. Many of you might not know it, but it's one of the branch in our college. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't do that well in my undergrad, and my grades weren't that good. But after my undergrad, fortunately, I got into a job uh, on basis of data science. It's an IT background, not which is not anyway related to my branch. But I just wanted to get some culture experience in the corporate field and how does everything work and all. So I thought maybe I would try this for an year, and eventually I got interested in that too. And and then I started wondering what should I be doing after this, like where should I be heading in further in my life. And then and this is somewhere near around halfway through my job. I thought of doing a master's, which might interest me. uh, And to be honest, when I talk to some of the people and who are already applying or who have already pursuing their masters, like everyone was like they're saying if you want to do a masters, you need to start your preparations and all. You need to be done 1 year prior to the start of the course. Actually, that worried me a lot, like because I passed out in 2021 and I wanted to do a 1 year job and then go to masters. Like doing a job and applying for some colleges at the same time would be very hectic, and I think it's difficult. That's why I chose you especially to do all my work, and I'm very happy that chosen you. And coming to the experience, the application process and all is been easy because you have guided through me through the journey a lot. And I wanted something that interested me in both my job and as well as my undergrad, because I had done 4 years of my study in my undergrad, which has left a mark in my mind, and something that I have applied in the real corporate world, something like data science. So I wanted something that have both of these. Then this is what I mentioned to you, even you know that. And you came up with a list like some of the best universities that are offering such kind of programs where we can do both of this, and like we can get into a program and then explore an interest. You said that is even might possible. I didn't know at the start there are options like this, but I'm very grateful I listened to you. To be honest, I'm a bit paranoid at the start because all my family members and cousins and whoever are in the abroad, they were like, why are you choosing this branch and not for the IT field? Because to be honest, I'm not that interested in the IT field to be sitting in front of a computer and doing all day work and all. And this is what I mentioned to you, if you remember. And you gave me some insights like just go with your interest, not about what everyone was saying. Actually, I want to listen to you, but you know how all the people keep uh, putting their things in our mind, right? But I'm glad I listened to you. And coming to the end, I had a very smooth process with the applications and all. I started around late December in 2021. That is I have written my GRE exam at that time, and I approached you at the starting of the February for college applications and all. And this is for the September intake. By that time, many of the people who are going to the fall applications, many of them received their admission letters as well. So then I asked you, like, is this possible? Can I get into a good university? Because I wanted to explore and give myself a diversity of culture where I can develop as a person and all. So that is the reason I want to get into a good university among the world. But I didn't think that would be possible with my background in my undergrad and all. But you gave me courage that it will be possible. You give it a try. You would never know unless you do it right. And it really helped me. And the colleges I applied included many of my ambitious universities, like as you mentioned, Columbia University, University of Washington, and Duke University, Boston University. While I was applying to them, I thought they might not consider me based on my scores and all, but finally it turned out to be a good choice. And this is where I got much confidence in me that I can do anything if I try hard for it. Actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, that is my
Wonderful.
application process experience so far.
That's very insightful, Lokesh. Now, you've talked about um, your your college experience, and then 4 years of your BTech at IIT Hyderabad, and then a brief corporate experience, and now in a very different, um, you know,
Yeah.
different setting altogether. Again, for your master's program in Seattle.
Mhm.
So, how has the life transition? How different it is from the life you had like a year ago, or 4 years down the line, 4 years ago when you were in the college.
Mhm.
So how things have changed, and where do you see yourself going from here?
Yeah, like, to be honest, coming here is a very bit exciting. Throughout the journey, it's just I'm going to a new place, meeting new people and new places. Like I would get exposed myself to new people and all. And during my undergrad, I didn't know which field interested me more. I'm always in search of what field that suits me more and what do I put my 100% efforts in it. That is what I was searching in my undergrad. And later, when applying for this master's, knowing that I could do both my job and as well as my undergrad, where I got some interest, so that I can be pursuing both of these combined in the world and where such opportunities are present. And throughout this journey, while coming from India, you would feel like an excitement. Of course, you'll feel sad because you're leaving all your family members and the places you have been to the past 20 years. I know, but you should always be open to the new experiences and all. And see, the college I got into is very good. As I can tell you, it gave me the chills first time when I saw it. It's like the movies I used to watch every US movies, and the people here, they are very welcoming. They respect you very much. Even when I cross the roads, they just stop seeing a pedestrian crossing the road. I liked very much in them. And their way of respecting the people and how do they treat everyone. Like they are open to everything. And that's what at least we are trying to search for in our undergrads and all, like where people listens to us and understands our interests and they put some interest in us. Like we we think that we belong here, something like that, which is a bit hard to find in India, which I think so, but it's a good thing.
Very nice. So
So
so that's the most important part, right? You
yeah,
the culture of a place, the diversity of a place, you get to learn
yeah,
so much from everybody else around you. So
mm,
peer learning is an important part of
yeah,
what.
I'm thinking. And in such cases, your perspective of the things changes. Like how do they view people, the situation, and how do they work? And that is a very important thing, according to me.
Nice, Lokesh. Now, speaking of the application process, you mentioned that you started your applications late, and maybe by the end of
Yeah.
January. So, what all?
Hmm.
I'm sure it must have been challenging. So, what all challenges did you
Of
face
course.
in the application process, and how did you overcome those challenges to land up the admits from the top universities of the world?
Yeah. While the time I thought of applying, I'm already in a job. So I thought I couldn't do like as many of you know, for an application, we need an SOP, GRE scores, TOEFL scores, and letter of recommendations. And the application itself, filling this takes around, a single application might take 2 to 3 hours. And despite of all this, you need to pay, you will have some financial burden on you. Of course, might be hectic. So that's why I choose Hello Study Global, and I'm very glad for it. Like they guided us through all these processes. See, when I said I started very late in the late December for GRE exams and all, and when I started applying for some of the colleges, most of the deadlines were already over, but they are the ones who told me to, no, you need to apply. They might give you a chance based on your profile and the way you present them. And the way my SOPs are written, they are very beautiful with the inputs I have given. I'm very happy with them. I think that's the main important part that played in my applications. After doing my job from 9 to 6, I couldn't focus on my application that much well. All I did was give my inputs and dump all what I did in my undergrad and my courses and sees everything in that. They all placed it very beautifully. That made sense in my application. That okay, I have interest in this and I'm a good candidate for them. I would say they are the ones who made my profile look good, and it's like a meaningful application. Like everything is scrambled, they put everything in place and did some good research on my background as well. And the questionnaire they gave me helped me rethink my past and what I have done in my undergrad and even in my childhood, what I have been interested in from so far. So with all the inputs I gave them, they have placed it very beautifully, which helped me in the application process. And of course, there will be hardships, but they have been with me throughout the application process. Like even they stayed with me through the late nights of application, like filling them. As I told you, each application takes around 2 hours. Like they ask you information from your childhood and every single thing, and they clarified my doubt at all points of times and responded to me very well. See, that is what we expect in an organization, to respond with proper communication so that we don't get worried. I felt it very useful in their case. And I put most of my work with them, so I felt at ease. But I'm always worried, will I get into this university or not? Until I got the results, it will always be there, right?
And all is well if end is well. So it was collectively a team effort, as you mentioned. You very meticulously you gave your inputs, and then kudos to the writing team that had
Yeah.
put that together, the research team that had compiled the list of universities based on your profile, and the result of which is that, and the meticulous process of filling up very carefully the application so that we do not miss out any information, and we are
Hmm.
able to highlight your strength of the application. So it was a team effort, and
Thank
so based on your profile, Lokesh, what do you think, what were the major highlights of your profile, your undergrad, your GPAs, or
you.
what things do you think helped you most in the application process as part of your profile?
Mhm. In the application process, like every person has an interest, right? Like mentioning that interest and how you got those interests and pursuing that interest, what did you do in your life? I think this is the main part in an SOP. Like uh, from the childhood, we would have interest in some things and we would like to do some work on them. And how did your undergrad or your childhood, like many experiences, even events in our childhood or in our undergrad, like what courses did you take and what did interest you and what work you did in them? I think this is the main part. Like there will be many courses in undergrad, but some courses might interest you and you might put some more effort in them or to learn more about them, or going to do like googling some terms in the course, like okay, what is this, what is there more to this, and this all, and explaining that beautifully in an SOP, like how did it interest you and what did you do more in this, and how can you contribute in this field if they give you an opportunity. This is the main thing I think they might look in. Of course, grades are important. I'm not saying grades are not important, but not having enough grades will not be a term to not give you the uh, like the seats in the
advantage, you
college.
can, yes, you
Yeah,
can make up for that by very clearly
yeah,
stating why you're passionate about a particular field,
passion.
right?
Yeah,
um
it's all matters about your passion and what did you do about it
mm,
and what can you offer in that field. I think that would be the more
rightly said. And in
important.
fact, you answered the next question which I was about to ask, that what advice do you have for the students who are planning to apply for the
Yeah,
master's program?
yeah.
Yes,
I would always advise you to go for what you are always interested in. Don't listen to others. Like, don't think about the present world situation or what. If you are good at one thing, of course you will ace that field. Just go for what you have always wanted to. Don't think about anything else. That is
thank
what
you.
I say.
Thank you, Lokesh. That was a wonderful piece of advice that you shared with our students. And
Yeah.
thank you once again. Wish you all the very best in your journey ahead. And take care.
Thank you.
And thank you once again for joining
Thank you.
us.
It's so nice speaking to you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Likewise, Lokesh. Take care.
Thank you.